Did it really? Oh. Congratulations.
Certain ones like, I can't choose your mother. Is that a fit money? Is that an additional bag fund? The thing with big corn is if you don't play it on a regular basis, I've sure learned a lot when I played about this golf.
Beautiful surprise. Very comfortable. My new chair is very subtle and very sweet.
Would you please be seated? Good morning. I'm Michael Reardon, Provost of Portland State University. It's my great honor to welcome the graduates, their family and friends, on behalf of the faculty, the administration, the chancellor, members of the State Board of Higher Education, to the 1997 spring commencement of Portland State University. I would now ask you all to stand while Carrie Cooch sings the national anthem. Carrie.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets reckless, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. On the platform with us this morning, someone who it's my great pleasure to introduce to you as our first speaker at this year's commencement. Judith Romali came to Portland State in 1990, has been our president since that time. She is soon departing to take on the presidency of the University of Vermont. During her tenure as president of Portland State, President Romali has continued a constant and passionate career advocating for public higher education and for Portland State University. We owe her a deep debt of gratitude. She has brought us to national stature and recognition, and we are all indeed grateful and thankful for the leadership that she has shown us. Judith knows that I would not conclude this introduction without one reference to the classical tradition. And in thinking of that, I have thought to some of the great and powerful women that tradition has portrayed for us. And so I am going to introduce her with this quote. It is from the second book of the Aeneid, and I am reading it in Latin, and I will tell Judith later, if she doesn't understand it, what it means. These are the words of the goddess Juno in the second book of the Aeneid. Flectere sinequeo superos, acheronta movebo. Our president.
He just whispered to me that he'll tell me what it means later, because I haven't a clue. Any Latin scholars in the audience, I hope? Every year, when I stand here with the processional still echoing in my ears, looking out at a group of people who are commencing a new phase of their lives and the faculty who have taught them, and the community who have also taught them. There's a wonderful play of emotions that goes through me. The transition always stirs them. This year, however, is a little different because I am graduating too, to work with new people, learn the politics and needs of a new state, and serve a new group of faculty, staff, students, and community. It's exciting, it's sad, it's joyous, it's unsettling. It is what I must do, but it is a special moment. And for that reason, I feel with the graduates here assembled much more kindred than normal. I've learned a lot in Oregon in the past 7 years, and I want today, on my last occasion as your president, to reflect on what I have learned, what I think it means, and because it is commencement, to offer some advice. To begin with, we must set aside old institutional rivalries. We must learn to work together in harmony. We are poised to enter a new era of cooperation, of partnership, and I trust that my successor, Daniel Bernstein, will take you to that new world. I know that we all wish him well as he prepares to assume the presidency, and I know that he will find an extraordinary institution. In fact, he inherits a fortune. I know we will all be prepared to introduce him to this wonderful place, to the faculty, to the students, to this remarkable community. The challenge to the leadership of the state system of higher education, some representatives of whom are here today, is to allow for the individual distinction and excellence of each institution in the state system, and to design an approach to decision-making and to the allocation of resources that promotes and rewards excellence, that recognizes the accomplishments of each, and that encourages partnership, shared ventures, and work in the interests of the public. Portland State has learned how to do this and is in fact now known nationally for its work, as have several of our institutions. It is now time for everyone to adopt this philosophy and to believe in it deeply. Portland State University is a premier urban institution, but it is not now and never will be confined to any one geographic area or any one narrow perspective of self. It cannot be self-contained any more than this region is. Opportunities and problems that we once associated with urban life are becoming features of life throughout the state. The effect of population growth on the quality of life in our communities, the educational challenges posed by the new kinds of businesses being generated by new technologies, the information age, and our need to adopt wise stewardship practices to protect the quality of our environment while allowing our communities to obtain economic benefit from the use of our resources. Over the past several years, Portland State has realized that people deeply matter, not just because they are members of a workforce, but because they are active members of our community. Many of the students graduating today have demonstrated in wonderful ways the deep philosophy of this institution. We have heard some of their stories. Many of you in the audience have celebrated with them as they have discovered their powers. What we all need is to harness the learning abilities, the creativity, the entrepreneurial talents of everyone, not only all of us here today, but all of the other people that make Oregon what it is. This special social capital and sense of pride of this region is a remarkable asset to be cherished, nourished, and developed. It is no longer possible to think of the old boundaries of political jurisdiction, of creed, or culture. We must, in every possible way, develop a sense of common purpose. We must be, in all ways, effective in our educational strategies, but most importantly, we must care deeply about each other. All these premises lead to some lessons that I have learned. First, remember that everything is connected to everything else. Now, most of us tend not to think about that, but we must take the time to explore every situation, analyze every circumstance, and know that the choices we make have consequences that ripple way beyond our own experience. That's why the Portland State curriculum is built so strongly on the arts and sciences and the many perspectives that these disciplines offer for understanding and interpreting the world. And that is why we encourage all of our students to utilize the methods of all of these fields to appreciate the world around them. The second point is we must develop a habit of moral reflection, and we must act in principled ways. And the special genius of Portland State is that we do that. We do that every day. In an era of rapid change and complex and often paradoxical choices, our only hope is to act with integrity and to guide our actions by taking time to explore our common values. Virtue, a word that is becoming acceptable again in our vocabulary, is defined by principled action, by taking the time to call ourselves to a more virtuous life. Portland State has been a leader in this national movement. It is illustrated in the core philosophy of our curriculum, in our research mission, and in our relationship with the community. Third, accept the fact that there are no pat answers. We must work together and learn together if we are to make progress. That's why we call this commencement. It is, in fact, a beginning, not an end. We have built our new curriculum around 4 cardinal points of the intellectual compass: discovery, integration into what you know already, interpretation of knowledge to a variety of audiences, and application of what we know to a variety of problems. We have done this in order to offer you, our students, and to the people that you have worked with during your education, a chance to practice all these aspects of learning, so that as you leave this institution, or if you continue on for an advanced degree as you progress forward, you will be able to take these habits of reflection into a mode of lifelong learning. And so you will now commence to do this on your own. The fourth lesson is examine your assumptions, because in fact, with the world changing so rapidly, those assumptions may not hold up. If we don't look seriously and test the basis upon which we are making choices, we can make serious mistakes. You will see in Oregon and in the nation over the next several years remarkable changes in our educational system because the assumptions under which we have built them no longer hold. A point that I'm sure none of you need reminding of, but I will say in the hope that it will be picked up by those who have not heard it, is you get what you pay for. It is important to continue to support all of our educational system so that we can, in this state, develop the kind of learning environment that will help us all to live better and more delightful lives. We must learn to collaborate, and that takes continued learning that only an educational system can provide. The particular genius of Portland State is that we have the ability to think about the entire community, because we have learned that our hopes for the future will not come to pass if any of our children and youth come to school through an unsafe neighborhood, in poor health, or badly nourished, or from a family where no one pays attention to them or gives them the love that they deserve. It also won't work if nobody thinks about supporting our schools or community colleges or higher education, if nobody worries about whether all of us can find jobs that meet our abilities, that provide the kind of educational development that we need to be successful, if we can't speak English, can't read or write, or hold a steady job, or find support for the younger children and the people yet to come. We are able to think about the whole community at Portland State, and as you look at the array of people in front of you, they represent all the disciplines, both by themselves and together, that are necessary to understand the complexity of metropolitan life. Right here, you can see the basic form of the university of the 21st century taking shape, an institution woven into the fabric of life that is a constant intellectual resource and inspiration, and that matters to everyone who lives here. The old boundaries and territories, whether political, physical, or intellectual, that we have so carefully tended over the years are beginning to fade. And soon it will be clear that everyone can be a scholar, everyone can contribute to the quality of life in this community, that the community we hope for will be one in which we all have a voice, in which we all can contribute to shared understanding. It's a time to blur the boundaries between teacher and student, between university and community, between teaching, which is the transfer of knowledge, and learning, which is the acquisition of understanding, between theory and practice, between expert and client. It's time to learn together, and that is what universities have done from time immemorial. Well, not immemorial, it goes back to the Greeks, as Michael has taught me. And as we are engaged in scholarly work, our hope is that we will provide something of lasting value for everyone that we touch. I've been blessed to have been part of this community. I'm deeply grateful for your trust, your warmth, your belief in our shared vision, your belief in each other, your dedication to learning. As I leave this extraordinary institution, I know that my life has been reshaped by this experience, that my values have been strengthened, and that my life's work has been validated and confirmed. I wish the same for each of our graduates. It is the most beautiful experience in life. We will strive at Portland State always to add meaning and purpose to life, to foster commitment and courage, to act wisely and justly, and to demonstrate that knowledge really does have consequences that we all share. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for the most beautiful experience I have ever had.
Representing the Oregon State Board of Higher Education at this year's commencement is Mr. Tom Imeson. Mr. Imeson is Vice President of Government, Public Affairs, and Communications for Pacificor, and he currently is serving his first term as Vice President of the Oregon State Board of Higher Education. He's had a long and distinguished political career. He has served Governors Kitzhaber and Goldschmidt and Senator Hatfield. Please welcome today Mr. Tom Imeson on behalf of the Oregon State Board.
Thank you, and thank you, Provost Reardon, particularly for delivering that introduction in a language that I could understand. It's really an honor and a privilege for me to be here today to represent the Oregon State Board of Higher Education, along with one of my colleagues on the board who is also a fellow student of many of yours, John Wyckoff. It's a particularly pleasure for me to be able to express my personal appreciation once again to President Rameli for her outstanding leadership over the past 7 years at this institution, and for the time that she took with me personally as a new board member to help me understand many of the issues that face this university and our state. But my main purpose in being here today is to thank those of you who are receiving your degrees and your families and friends who have helped you achieve that. I know that many of you have had to borrow to do this. In some instances, to borrow to pay tuition, to borrow more than any of us should have to pay in this society for this education. In other cases, you've had to borrow time away from family and friends, and in many instances, both. But I remain convinced, and it is the main reason that I serve on the Board of Higher Education, that an educated mind, and therefore an educated citizenry, is our hope for a brighter future, for Portland and for Oregon. As education passes from one graduating class to another, it remains the soul of society. Education unlocks human potential, helping us to look beyond the world in which we live to a vision of the world in which we would like to live. And most importantly, it gives us the tools for getting there. Eric Hoffer, the longshoreman philosopher, has said, "The only way to predict the future is to have the power to shape the future." As you leave this ceremony, and for some, this institution, I hope you feel as though you and we have the power to shape a better future. Best wishes to all of you, and thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Next, we have welcoming remarks from Susan Papura, who is here representing the Portland State University Alumni Association. She is president of that association, and she received her Bachelor of Science degree in 1977. Ms. Papura.
Thank you. It's a great honor for me to welcome the graduates today to the proud and powerful alumni of Portland State University. Yes, powerful and proud. While we have residents in Washington, D.C. and Seattle, statistics show that most of you will make your home in Oregon. There are over 50,000 alumni in the Portland metropolitan area. Consider for a moment what it means to have that many alumni with which to network, to build business, to create art, to establish policy, to cheer PSU athletic teams, and to continue lifelong learning. It is indeed a powerful base from which to create your future. That power is represented in the Oregon State Legislature, where we have 8 alumni, including the majority leader of the House and the Senate President. We were very pleased to work with Chancellor Joe Cox and his staff on the board for the budget for higher education. We also have alumni on the Multnomah County Commission, serving as president of U.S. Bank, of Crown Pacific, the executive director of the Oregon Historical Society, the chief of police for the city of Portland, the Multnomah County District Attorney, the head of the Children's Services Division, the Youth Activities Director for University Park, the principal of Jefferson High School, and so many, many more. The Alumni Association was proud this year to join with the PSU Foundation, the Student Association, the Viking Club, friends and faculty to tell the PSU story. And what a story it is. Founded at the end of World War II to meet the needs of returning veterans, to today, 50 years later, serving as a model for the urban university and for service learning. Over its 50 years, Portland State has maintained one continuous theme. That theme is of meeting students' needs and that of its community. We've been pleased to be great friends with President Judith Romali. We are looking forward to a great friendship with President Daniel Bernstein. Again, I welcome you as members of the Alumni Association. I encourage you to be active alumni. You will enjoy the benefits of it. I can vouch that it is rewarding and fun. Congratulations and best wishes.
Thank you, Susan. Next, representing the class of 1997, I would like to introduce Rachel Duvac. Rachel is the commencement speaker for this year. She is receiving her Bachelor of Science degree in psychology and through the University Honors Program. Rachel?
Thank you, Dr. Reardon. Chancellor Cox, President Romali, faculty, students, and honored guests. As we look back over the years that it's taken to get to this point, I know we all have many people to thank. I wish to thank my remarkable husband, my family, and my friends for their encouragement. And I also wish to thank the faculty and staff of Portland State University for all the support they've given me. I want to mention in particular 3 people. One is Dr. Jan Hawken. She's a professor of psychology. She's a teacher of enthusiasm, energy, commitment, and warm humanity. She's a person to emulate and a person to remember. Dr. Kurth O'Brien has been my advisor in psychology for the past 2 years. I told Dr. O'Brien recently that when I leave her office after an advising session, I have more clarity of mind, I'm more focused, I have direction, purpose, energy, and I have a heck of a lot of work to do. Thank you, Dr. O'Brien. Dr. Lawrence Wheeler is the director of the University Honors Program. When I started back in school 2 years ago, I wasn't sure I could succeed. Dr. Wheeler helped me to believe I could excel. That's a gift I can't repay, Dr. Wheeler, but I'll try and pass it on. So today's a day of celebration, and tomorrow we'll think about what we're going to do next. But as we're leaving today, if we have finished our education at Portland State University and we're going on to our careers, we're not really finished with our education. And if we're going on to graduate school, this has not just been the first leg of our educational journey. This part of our education, the academic part, has been precious and important in the ways that it informs us and will continue to inform us, both with what we have learned and with how we've been learning to think. But education is not just academic. All of life is an education. And until we're using all of life's experiences to educate ourselves, we're not going to reach our potential. The potential that Maslow called self-actualization. So how do we achieve that? Well, I have a hint for us. Cynthia Heimel is a woman who said, "When in doubt, make a fool of yourself." There's a microscopically thin line between being brilliantly creative and acting like the most gigantic idiot on earth. So what the hell, leap. So what happens if we leap? We're likely to succeed. And success is no more than waking up happy every day to be alive, happy to be doing the work that we're doing. Whether that's going to school, practicing law or medicine, caring for a home and family, writing a book. Success is not what we do, it's how we feel while we're doing it. Success is living our lives with passion, with a sense of humor and acceptance, being willing to recognize again and again how much we have to learn and how much others have to teach us. If we're living our lives with passion, loving what we're doing, loving the people we're doing it with, then we are working towards self-actualization. We are contributing to the world, to ourselves, to the people we love, and we are following our dreams. If we are doing these things, we cannot go wrong. I wish for you a life of passion. Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel. At this point in the program, we honor faculty who have been selected by their colleagues for special recognition. We do this through two of the long-standing institutional awards that are given to faculty at Portland State. The first of these is the Branford Price Millar Award. Named for the university's second president, was established in 1979 to recognize faculty members who demonstrate excellence in instruction, scholarship, service, and public service. It is a pleasure and a great privilege for me to announce the recipients of the 1997 Branford Price Millar Award for Faculty Excellence, Drs. Robert O'Brien, Professor of Chemistry and Environmental Sciences, and Dr. Carl C. Wamser, Professor of Chemistry. If Dr. O'Brien and Wamser would please join Dr. Rameli, I will read the citations that have been written for their awards. Robert O'Brien is Professor of Chemistry and Environmental Sciences. He is an internationally recognized authority in the field of atmospheric chemistry, having published better than 40 research papers, several chapters of substantial books, and a book through the American Chemical Society entitled The Science of Global Change. From this scholarship has grown, among other valuable outcomes, his participation in the Science and Liberal Arts Project, where, as one of his colleagues has said, he displayed the same dedication to science and development of inquiry skills that he has brought to his research. His service to department, college, and university, his exemplary record of public service to the state of Oregon and the nation through his work for the National Academy of Sciences, together exemplify the application of scholarship and learning in service to the human community. Please congratulate Professor O'Brien. Dr. Carl Wamser is Professor of Chemistry, a distinguished scientist and scholar whose untiring efforts have received both national and international recognition. His more than 40 published works include dozens of refereed articles in scientific journals. Those efforts have also been of extraordinary value to the university community as well, as they have resulted in the development of 5 new graduate-level courses in the Department of Chemistry. At the same time, he has enthusiastically dedicated himself to the improvement of teaching, working diligently with electronic media to enliven his already popular and highly regarded classes. During the 1993-94 academic year, while serving as faculty advisor to the president, his efforts in the redefinition of scholarship were central in promoting that year's campus-wide redefinition of scholarship. Today, we recognize his efforts. Dr. Wamser.
Well, in this electronic age, the first thing I did when I got up this morning was I checked my email. And what I found was a response to a query I'd sent up into the higher levels of PSU yesterday. It was an inquiry about the statement in the program that said the award winners would give brief remarks. My question was, how brief? The response came back in capital letters, 2 minutes. I haven't been watching so far. So I'll just tell one story. When I'd first come to Oregon and been at PSU for a couple of years, one of my children, I think he was probably in about the first grade, asked me after work one day, in all seriousness, "Dad, how much do you make?" I was taken aback by this question. Obviously, he wanted a serious answer. But only being in the first grade, he didn't have a real knowledge of what the value of money was, so I arrived at a compromise. I told him I made $100 a week. That was sufficient. He was impressed. And his response was, "Wow, Dad, that's a lot of money. I mean, you don't really do that much." I was a little offended at the time, but standing up here before you today, I realize how very true that statement was. Everything I've managed to accomplish during my time at PSU has been done strictly with the help of others, with my family, who suffered long times when I was absent, with my colleagues, ranging from undergraduates, graduate students, staff, fellow faculty, and so on. Without them, I wouldn't have been able to do anything. So I thank you very much for this award, but it's really on their behalf.
Thank you. This is an honor that I appreciate very much. Actually, I think it's quite amazing you can get an award for just doing what you love to do best. Loving your work is something that I learned from my father, who was also a chemist and clearly loved his work. That's just not all there is to it. You need a real life beyond your work as well. There are the things that you can read on a resume or in the citation. Beyond that, there's the excitement, having worked with an extraordinary president for the last 6 years, looking forward to working with a different but another extraordinary president for the future. But the things that come home to me that really make real life for me, I can list a variety of things that have happened to me just within the last year. My daughter Kimberly was married, gave birth to my first grandchild, Nelson. My son Scott will be married shortly. Just yesterday, my daughter Zoe graduated from Portland Waldorf School kindergarten. And within the last year, my father and I finally got our chemistry together, published a paper together, organized a national symposium. The point is, I really am doing what I love to do. And my family really is having an incredible year. If I had a wish for you graduates, it would be that you also discover what it is that you really love to do. You'll probably find that you're very good at it. If you choose well, someone will pay you well to do it. And you'll have your career, and it will fit perfectly with everything else and everyone else that you love. I've been very pleased to have been a small part of the career and personal development for so many of you. I wish you good luck, and thank you very much.
The second of our awards honoring faculty, the George Hoffman Award, was established in 1983 to recognize faculty members who best serve the university in the areas of instruction, scholarship, and service. I am pleased to announce the recipients of the 1997 Hoffman Award are Professor John Cooper, Professor of English, and Professor Amy Driscoll of the School of Education and the Center for Academic Excellence. I would ask them to join Dr. O'Malley while I read the citations. Of Professor of English John Cooper's teaching, one of his graduate students said that he thought of him as a master builder working in each course to develop a recourse to his highly successful graduate offerings in 17th century literature. He has led many disparate groups of students into that shared intellectual experience. As department chair in service to the Faculty Senate, the Graduate Council, and the Interinstitutional Faculty Senate, he has been, as one colleague has said, always an advocate of actions which promote the integrity of the faculty. Today, we honor him. Of Amy Driscoll of the School of Education and the Center for Academic Excellence, her colleagues say, she defines what is best in the art of teaching. To that art, she brings both enormous experience, having taught in public schools, 3 universities, numerous corporations, and throughout higher education as a teacher consultant, specializing in reform and great skill after time in the letters attached to her nomination. Her former students testify to the care, the intellectual rigor, and the deep passion for education she inspired in them. She is recognized both regionally and nationally as a leader in early childhood education. That national recognition, however, is balanced by the concern she has shown for her local community, reflected in her tireless efforts to organize and develop the Metropolitan Consortium for Child and Family Studies. We are delighted to honor her with the Hoffman Award.
Thank you, Provost Reardon. And a thank you, too, to my colleagues, friends who nominated me for this award, and for the students. And I'm deeply moved by it. To have received this sign of respect from people for whom I have so much respect is very gratifying indeed. And in particular, I want to mention my colleagues, Carol Franks and Deanne Westbrook, who have between them to share most of the blame for my being here, I think. This award has forced me to contemplate my own career, and with something of a shock, I realized that it started when I was a teaching assistant 37 years ago. I don't know how you feel about that number. It seems to me like one of those Carl Sagan numbers, billions and billions of stars, billions and billions of blue books and exams and student conferences. But it's all gone by at the speed of light, and it's all been really quite wonderful. I feel that I've been incredibly fortunate to work in institutions of higher education in this country. 27 of the best of them have been at Portland State. It seems to me there's no better place to work than an American institution of higher learning. We must be doing something right. Students come from all over the world, including to Portland State, to participate in our learning and our scholarship. It's a cynical time, we're told, and universities, like all our other institutions, are being subjected to fairly searching review and criticism. And we're being asked to justify the resources that we use, and that's good. We should be. But I'm not sure that the right question is always being asked. The question I've been hearing a good deal lately is, are you preparing your students for jobs? Well, at one level, we pretty clearly are. The evidence is all in that a college degree will earn you a great deal more than will be earned by people with high school degrees. But for those of us in the faculty, I think most students engaged in this enterprise, that's not the main issue. We think of ourselves as in the business of producing educated citizens to live in a democracy. So that's what I hope that we have done for you graduates. Long after you have forgotten the chemical formula for alcohol, or the precise difference between a Shakespearean and an Italian sonnet, or how to conjugate irregular French verbs, we hope that certain habits of mind will stay with you. We hope you have acquired some sense of the joy of learning. You will continue to live the life of the mind creatively and analytically. that you will have a feeling for the power of language, for the beauty of the scientific method, that you will read critically and with pleasure. And I think one of the surest signs of an educated man or woman that you'll be able to live with complexity and difference with patience. So, if we have together helped you to achieve those goals, then I think we have done our work. Good luck to all of you graduates, and in whatever career you choose. And to my own students in particular, thank you. I hope that our work together has been as demanding and as fun for you as it has been for me.
In accepting this honor, I want to express appreciation to my family, to the students with whom I've worked, to faculty with whom I've worked, and to the administration that I've had the pleasure of knowing. I want to thank them all for the supportive culture in which I've worked here for 13 years. As Judith said earlier, this university is worth a fortune, and I feel rich. Portland State University is a community in which the spirit of George Hoffman is nourished and valued and modeled throughout the campus in setting after setting. Like Jack, as I contemplated this award, I felt that I had to acknowledge the community of colleagues who are consistent reminders of the Hoffman values and inspiration for the Hoffman vision in their teaching, their research, and their service. I feel very proud to be part of this community, and I thank you.
Presidential citations were established by the university to honor both personal achievement and dedication to the ideal of service to the university or the community. I am pleased to announce this year's recipient of the 1997 presidential citation is Neil Mayne. Professor Mayne could join me while President Rameli reads the citation.
When we offer a presidential citation, it is to recognize someone who exemplifies the spirit of this institution. And Neil Mayne, whom I've known for several years, is a wonderful example. Portland State University proudly awards a presidential citation to Neil Mayne, biologist, photographer, teacher of teachers. As an instructor of biology on the North Oregon coast, Neil Mayne has interpreted the natural world to generations of inquiring students. He has set a standard not only as an attentive citizen, but as an activist spearheading community awareness of the natural world. For more than 30 years, he has fostered respect for Oregon's estuaries and shorelines among citizens groups, government agencies, and professional educators. As author and photographer, he has promoted the citizen's role in ecosystem monitoring and management decision-making. Neil Mayne is the founding father of the Coastal Studies and Technology Center in Seaside and the Pacific Education Resources in Gerhardt. His scholarship in science education is one of the factors that has shaped general education reform at Portland State. In particular, Neil's concept of citizenship science has become a hallmark of the university's Center for Science Education. Neil Mayne's commitment to understanding and preserving Oregon's natural landscape is a guiding example of informed citizen activism. As an interpreter of the natural world, he has brought us all closer to the treasures of Oregon's ecosystems, and we are proud to honor him today with this award. And I get to thank him for helping me find an oyster catcher.
Thank you, Dr. O'Malley. Thank you for the inspiration that allowed Portland State University to cast its shadow to a more rural part of Oregon on the north coast, and to allow that shadow to carry on a dialogue that continues to make the concept of education and community a concept that brings us all closer together, a concept that for years we've maybe had a little trouble validating in more rural parts of Oregon, but with the work of Dr. O'Malley and the inspiration coming through Portland State University, we can clearly say that, at least on the North Coast, in our rural communities, in our educational programs, that the merge of community and education is well on its way. Thank you very much.
As you can imagine, Michael Reardon cannot introduce the next recipient, and so I will play both roles. Some years ago, in the dossier that was put together to substantiate his nomination for the George Hoffman Award, a prize that was indeed first given to Michael Reardon, the many who wrote in support of his nomination returned again and again to a single dominant theme. Michael Reardon is one of the finest teachers that Portland State University has ever known. Since 1984, Professor Reardon has become increasingly central also to the administration of the university, moving from his duties as director of the Honors College to serve as Associate Dean in the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, and then, after moving to the Office of Academic Affairs, serving the entire university as Vice Provost, then Acting Provost, and of course now as Provost. Throughout that entire span of service, as those who know him well will attest, his first and most important interest has been to expand his and our sense of the teaching and learning function of the engaged intellectual. He has called all of us patiently again and again, sometimes in English and occasionally in Latin, to realize our responsibility to the university community by critically and thoughtfully examining the ways in which we fulfill our duties as scholars, to think through the hard questions of how the university itself can best serve as a tool in the service of our vocation to foster learning. He has been fundamental in bringing all of us to a fuller and clearer understanding of our individual roles and functions, as well as the role we play together as a community. And together, we honor him for this. To my friend and colleague, a man that I deeply admire, I offer my thanks for an extraordinary partnership between us and his service to an institution that has inspired us all. He has served us all well and truly. Thank you, Michael. He, being the master of ceremonies, will be a man of few words. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Honorable Senator Ron Wyden. He is our special commencement speaker. He has been a longtime friend to higher education and to Portland State University. He has been a tireless proponent of increasing funding for federal financial aid, providing access to higher education for millions of students. He was one of the first national leaders to call for a tuition tax break for students. I'm pleased to say that it looks as if Congress will adopt his idea this year and allow students to deduct up to $10,000 in tuition costs from their taxes. Yes, applaud. Senator Wyden's commitment to education for all Americans is based on his firm belief that we must start early and provide youngsters with a healthy start. He's been involved in the education reform movement and has been a committed supporter of higher education. His life bears witness to our motto at Portland State, "Let knowledge serve the city." While many think of Senator Wyden because of his advocacy for seniors and for higher quality health care, I present him to you as a very special friend to students and to Portland State University. It is my pleasure to welcome Oregon's senior senator to Portland State and to extend my personal gratitude for his work on our behalf and to thank him for gracing our podium today.
Dr. Rameli, thank you for a very, very gracious and, let me say, an inflationary introduction. After a lifetime of dreaming about playing in the National Basketball Association, you can't believe what a thrill it is to finally make it to the floor of the Rose Garden. And Dr. Rameli, I don't want to make this a bouquet-tossing contest, but it should be obvious that the outpouring of affection for you today really does come from the heart of Oregon. In Judith Rameli's 7 years here in Oregon, I've come to call her our bionic woman, because somehow she's everywhere at once. Somehow she's everywhere, helping students, helping faculty, helping out in the community. And Dr. Rameli, know that we are going to miss you, and if necessary, I will pass a federal law that makes you come back often and visit. Graduates, my congratulations to all of you. All of your days of juggling school and work and school, families, all that around-the-clock stress has finally paid off. I'm not convinced how physically some of you managed to pull it off, but I know that you've paid your dues. You've earned your degree with sweat equity. And I think at this special time, I also want to say a word about the families that supported you. All the families that are gathered here today who supported the students with unscheduled babysitting, who pinch hit when the graduates needed a little extra time to prepare for an exam. All you families know that we understand what you did. The graduates could not have done it without you. My guess is that there is a considerable body of peer-reviewed empirical research which shows that most graduates can't remember their keynote speaker 3 hours after they're done. So graduates, I'm going to be very brief this morning. Graduates, after you pick up your diploma and get in a bit of celebrating, and maybe a lot of celebrating, you're going to go out again to the brave new digitized world. It's a place that's dominated by email and the internet and modems. And because so many of you already work full-time, you know what an extraordinary role these technologies have come to play in our lives. And the fact is that the information age offers special benefits to Oregon. For example, because of our distance from major financial markets, these new technologies help us grow our economy. And they have enabled this great urban university to reach out to our largely rural state so that Oregonians can learn together. But understand that technology has its limits. We must recognize that there are some things that technology cannot do. You cannot hold a child with a computer. You can't savor the pride and fellowship we feel as we gather here at the Rose Garden with a list served. You can't build the great sense of community that's Portland State University with just bits and bytes. A friend of mine showed me a cartoon the other day. A young boy was sitting at his computer. His modem was plugged in. He was ready to surf the net. At the door stood his friend, soccer ball in hand, urging the little boy to come on outside and play. And the little boy responded, "Don't bother me, I'm communicating." And this cartoon illustrates a special challenge for all PSU graduates today. PSU graduates have the chance to make sure that technology isn't used as a quick fix, but rather as an opportunity to strengthen our personal bonds and our human connections. Help Oregon make sure that the wires of the information age can bring us together as people and not pull us apart. Here are some ways that come to mind. If you're going to take the degree you get in a few minutes and use it as a teacher, don't let parents, busy parents, off the hook with an email about their child's progress. Bring them in. Have a personal conference. Talk about how the family can grow together. If you're going to use your degree for a career in health services, a disc can tell you something about a patient's history, but to really be a patient advocate, set the keyboard aside for a minute and talk personally to the patient about their feelings and what's bothering them. If business is where you're headed, remember that the spreadsheets go just so far. And what lots of clients want to know is that you understand their hopes and aspirations for the business that they're sweating to build. Technology can be an online bridge to bring us together. But for a real relationship, we need the human connection. And let me give you an example of something that happened to me recently. A few weeks ago, I had an online discussion, a chat about governmental issues with elementary students at a number of schools in rural Oregon. It was fun for me, and I think the kids found it informational. But my favorite question came from one small girl who, after an hour of online conversation, typed in, "How do we really know it's you?" The students liked what they were doing, but they really weren't convinced it was quite on the level. So this fall, I'm going to go visit that school and show them that out in cyberspace, there really are some real people who want to listen to them. Our challenge with technology, your challenge as PSU graduates, is to help us build what amounts to a new Oregon Trail. Think just for a moment about the first Oregon Trail. More than 100 years ago, families traveled west together. They helped each other, and we were able to settle the western edge of a great nation. A new Oregon Trail would ensure that every corner of our state, every nook and cranny in Oregon would have access to the information superhighway. And you, as Portland State graduates, could be the pioneers on this new concourse. You could combine your technological expertise with a commitment to deliver the human touch. And in every corner of Oregon, we could learn together, stay healthy together, solve problems, and build a new sense of community. I've long felt that Oregon's future was made in heaven. We've got all the natural treasures, our land, our air, and our water. And as you've heard, we've got some great human treasures right here at Portland State University. Professors like Wamser, Cooper, O'Brien, and Driscoll. Professors who demonstrate the Portland State standard of excellence by giving of themselves to help others learn. Oregonians like Neil Main, who've made extraordinary contributions in the fields of education and the environment. Dedicated administrators like Michael Reardon. And a PSU student named Michael Campbell, who worked in my office for years before getting his Master's of Public Administration today. Michael's headed for Washington, D.C. as part of the Presidential Management Internship Program to work at the Department of Labor. I haven't seen you yet in this wonderful crowd, Michael, but we're proud of you, and we know you're going to make a contribution in public service. Let me close by saying how proud I am to represent the PSU community in the United States Senate. I'm going to go back to Washington, D.C. on Monday with a picture in my mind of all of you in the audience who worked so hard, who overcame so many obstacles so that you could get your degree today. I know each of you is going to make a difference, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Senator Wyden. We know you do have another obligation, and we would allow you to leave. We will not, however, allow anyone else to leave. Thank you again. We now proceed to the final part of our program, which is the conferral of degrees on our graduates. President Romali, here with us today are candidates who have completed all of the requirements for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy and Doctor of Education. I would ask them to please stand. President Romali, on behalf of the deans of the schools and college and the graduate faculty, I am pleased and honored to present the candidates for the highest degrees awarded by the university. The names of those awarded doctoral degrees are listed in the program along with the titles of their dissertations. I recommend that these candidates be awarded the respective doctoral degrees.
On recommendation of the graduate faculty and by the authority of the Oregon State Board of Higher Education, I am pleased to confer upon you the respective degrees of Doctor of Philosophy or Doctor of Education. Will you now come forward, each of you with your advisors, to be recognized and congratulated?
Gregory Lee, being hooded by his advisor, Professor Ellis. Kung Sup Kim, being hooded by his advisor, Professor Ruffalo. Richard White is being hooded by his advisor, Dr. Abbott. Carrie Gillespie is being hooded by her advisor, Professor Liebman. Patricia K. Patterson being hooded by her advisor, Professor Chapman. Pamela Wheeler, who is being hooded by Dean Toulon, standing in for her advisor, Professor Lansdowne. Richard Rausch, being hooded by his advisor, Professor Crawshaw. Leon Kempner, Jr., being hooded by his advisor, Professor Mueller. Patricia Chiliberti, being hooded by her advisor, Professor Nelson. Peter Herman, being hooded by his advisor, Professor O'Brien. Peter Crime Herman. Hong Mu Multan, being hooded by his advisor, her advisor, Professor Payton. Anthony Charles Zaber, being hooded by his advisor, Professor Abramson. Margaret Sanina Fifield, being hooded by her advisor, Professor Bodegom. Joan Ash, being hooded by her advisor, Professor Goslin. Candace Peterson, also being hooded by her advisor, Professor Goslin. Kevin Stanton, being hooded by a member of the committee, Professor Hall. Hanshun Shangguan, being hooded by his advisor, Professor Casperson. Eileen Casey White, being hooded by her advisor, Professor Greenfield. Lena Liu, being hooded by her advisor, Professor Strauss. Farida Haran, being hooded by her advisor, Professor Chenoweth. Doyle Wilson, being hooded by Professor Beeson on behalf of Professor Burns. Will the candidates for master's degrees please rise and remain standing? President Rameli, I present to you the candidates for the master's degree in the several fields offered at Portland State University. Now I would like all of the candidates for bachelor's degrees and certificates to rise and remain standing. President Rameli, I commend to you candidates for master's degrees, candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science, candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Music, and candidates for various certificates. Present are a representative group of these candidates.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty, and with the authority of the Oregon State Board of Higher Education, I am pleased to confer upon you, the members of this graduating class, the respective master's degrees, baccalaureate degrees, or certificates which you have earned at Portland State University. It is my pleasure to congratulate each of you and to look forward to shaking your hand. Will the baccalaureate recipients please be seated, and will the master's recipients remain standing?
Will the marshals now bring the master's degrees candidates forward, please?
Carla Schilling. Catherine Duyet. Eric Leder.
Patrick Reigert.
Elson Barnett. Deborah Hornibrook, Hare.
Thomas Birch.
Kathleen Lopez.
Ozair Farouki.
Christy Mead.
Michael Hiltz.
Deborah Elam.
Lawrence Sims.
Warren Brown.
Juhee Kim.
Masami Nishishiba.
Crystal Jirgs.
Ruby Chen.
Justine Belfi.
Nobuko Higashi.
Florence Jouet.
Yinping Zhao.
Donald Binzer.
Deborah Gabbert.
Kurt Malmedal.
Francisca Trujillo Dalby.
Rick Farnsworth.
David Ellenberg.
Todd Alexander.
Paulette Franco Wills.
Richard Croninger.
Tanya Ostrogorski.
Carrie Varco.
Pam Hilberg.
Manny Flores.
Jim Normandy.
Alaric Sue.
Hitoshi Ishimaru.
Eddie Broadwell.
Kim Lamb.
Linda Clark.
Jennifer O'Donnell.
Diana Chung.
Sylvia Hendel.
Sonia Stallings.
Diane Bohan.
Reda Ali Sajwani.
Ava Labante.
Muhammad Ali Khalil.
Timothy Grubar.
Min Tron.
Sherry Phillips.
Melika Mahapan.
Yvonne Altez Laban.
Roger Tiong.
Susan Bishop,
Matthew Winningham,
Dana Thompson,
Deborah Kitchen,
Allison Boble,
Michael Getty,
Michael Biren,
Carl Chung,
Marcus Hilbert,
Martha Lekwanda,
Candice Murray,
Henry Okogu,
Kathleen Ozanich,
Nuruddin Kariye,
Susan Livick,
Haitam Al-Sheikh,
Melanie Peters,
Mansour Al-Asaf,
Kristen Lindas,
Faisal Al-Asaf,
Jill Brown,
Spencer Benfield,
Janike McCall,
Rodney Hicks,
Susan Panton,
Jeanette Bingham,
Anne Shagan,
Shannon Turk,
Jill Gigi Calcano,
Rebecca Hernandez,
Christy Mao,
Alan Carr,
Heather Clark,
Francis Sheridan,
Emmanuel Seymour,
Elaine Marie Collins Wilson,
Tamina Morshed,
Marion Lee Williamson Shipley,
Ling Ling Chang,
Jane Elizabeth Gold,
Geraldine McGuire Manzano,
Randall Maurice Ely II,
Kanchana Narongechugo,
Beth Marie Biggs,
Rico Masuda,
Glenn Huntley Jr.,
Denhong Zhu,
David Tucker,
Nancy Murray,
R.A. Neitzel,
Glenn Ameling,
Rowana Carpenter,
Lonnie Tristan Renteria,
Stephen Marshall,
Nadia Luar,
Chris Bow,
Morgan Jordran,
Nobuko Watanabe,
Nora Jane Peacock,
John Walsh,
Jillian Jafan Tsai,
Tina Villalobos,
David Levin,
Marsha Bell,
Cheryl Lynn Hill,
Terry Miley Mayhead,
Mayang Park,
Alafari Mutab,
Sandra Banky,
Al-Ameri Hamad,
Deanne Bess,
Robert McKay,
Maria Inmaculada Herrera Latorre,
Mark Fetters,
Robert Donnelly,
Michael Campbell,
Matthew Alden Charles Smith,
Timothy Cibola,
Kathleen Drew,
Mohammed Khamis Al-Buainain,
Steve Smith,
Susan Wycheck,
Candy Robertson,
Twyla Kane Pierce,
Amy Zenger,
Cherie Lee,
Melody Leming Wilson,
Beth Morris,
Heather Gordon,
Cherie Rochelle,
Jennifer Morrison,
Louis D. Brown,
Philip Wright,
Bo Pham,
Sidney Jean Thompson,
John Doyle,
Richard Rice,
Janine Reiter,
Holly DeGrow,
Toby Harris,
Maury Stewart Miller,
Leslie Romer,
Sheila Stone,
Mayumi Takeda,
Melinda Bell,
Janet Neese,
Mark Stover Modarelli,
Curtis Wilson Jr.,
Dow Alexander Robbins,
Thomas Carter,
John Walter,
Sean Bannon,
Dylan Weston,
Paul Scarlett,
Rosine Evans,
Alan Leto,
Timothy Rowland,
Sandra Schuster,
John McCullough,
Mary Anderson,
Wayne Robert Pirro,
Wei Liu,
Marcy Sia,
Clement Hantonji,
Jennifer Samuels,
Sev Jones,
Christopher Hawking,
Stephen Dew,
Robert Bremer,
John Hairston,
Susan Ziegler,
Gina Barua,
Christopher Dean,
Richard Burke,
Sherry Hope Levine,
Takuya Nakamura,
Maggie Dane,
Angela Garcia,
Nancy Parker,
Mary Herbert,
Robin Power,
Seth Battles,
Andrea LaFay,
Clint Cottrell,
Dawn Marie Carter,
Ola Connick,
Mary Rowell,
Gail Hewley,
Mark Smith,
Jean Choi,
Julia Stoops,
Efosa Odigizawa,
Christopher Shatola Hart,
Catherine Sutton Hennessy,
Terry Ellis, Nandy McNally, John Godinez, Robert Cox, James Carter, David Wand, Chi Hao Lim, Vijay Oaks, Anil Khanna, Guru Raj Nagendra, Anas Al-Rabad, Robert Anir, Tilman Vonderleach, June Tang, Wensha Wan, Songhua Zhang, Christian Paints, Thomas Lutman, James Curtis Meyer Jr., Lane Inman, Philippe Lavo, Anatole Schaff, Aisun Jashkun, Dosh Karan, Rudolph Seps, Tori Pandejpong, Mubarak Al-Muheri, Hafiz Kasim, Thomas Brabish, Heather Devine, Jeffrey Wright, David Arusan, Noonjun Chu, Wonderful Hao Su, Xing Sun, Deborah Samuel, Gwendolyn Bruton, Richard Burton, Susan Stunsner, Christine de Calber-Matten Newton, Diana Ensley York, Judith Sandoval, Robin Pello, Sonia Brooks, Paula Dennis, Janice Hunt, Tara Lee Ness, Leanne Elliott, Bonnie Maxwell, Sharon Likuni Felix, Nan Grandin, Tina Marie Acker, Julie Vermeulen, Laura Cochran, Shannon Roulette, Angela Moore, John Coleman, Diane Dronkers,
Candace King, Rosina Catalano, Sina Houston, Sanjay Bedi, David Kinch, Susan Beckers, Jennifer Taylor Blair, Lana Cito, Kaylin Berry, April Dahlquist, Christina Demerit, Dawn Camille Brame, Gracella Ford, Sandra Boone, April Lund, Renate Levy, Margot Benham, Doris Hale, Mary Miller, Susan Lindsay, Terry Neufeld Griffin, David Snyder, Karen Fallon, Kimberly Roberts, Christy Kuhnhausen, Tim Haroon, Gail Kent, Leela Lomax, Catherine Skatch, Rachel Myers Harms, Mary Lane, Beverly Kosovitz, Tamara Lindeman, Shannon K. Burke, Terry King, Jamie Wyatt, Holly Grabo, Penny Warnell, Renee Hilton.
Please join me in congratulating the recipients of the master's degrees this year. At this time, I would like to pay special tribute to those candidates in the baccalaureate degrees who are graduating with honors and high honors. Their names are listed in your programs. Those candidates graduating with honors can be identified by a gold cord, and those graduating with high honors by a gold cord, with honors by a silver cord. Would all of you students graduating with honors stand for a moment, please? Congratulations. I would now like the faculty marshals to bring the baccalaureate candidates forward to be introduced and greeted on the podium. Baccalaureate candidates.
Elizabeth Grace, Teresa Newkirk, Emily Gaffney, Beach Tu Tron, Claudia Pinedo, Adrian Middleton,
Scott Johnson,
Holly Shinen,
Chad Mills,
Dow Alexander Robbins,
Joel Felden,
Tiffany Weber,
Eric Putnam,
Jane Cadner,
Libin Lee,
Peter Reed,
Lily Hien,
Deborah Tolliver,
Lai Nok Lee,
Kristen Caruth Eby,
Lily Fong,
Daniel Ryan,
Scott Kuhn,
Brian Campbell,
Brian Saparza,
Patty Nelson,
Jacob Rouse,
Joanne Reed,
Judith Lacey,
Lorraine Baker,
Spencer Stone,
Amy Irish,
Don Collier,
Evan Lovell,
Heba Elmancy,
Kendall Snoozy,
Susan Wilson,
Irma Patton,
Melissa Soot,
Rosalind Farrington,
David Phelps,
Morgan Elena Smith,
Jennifer Huber,
Angela Grace Snyder,
Armin Palat,
Annalisa Eckentrout,
Ted Woods,
Leo Lawyer,
Doinita Nicholson,
Jennifer Elise Barron,
Jennifer Fry,
Rebecca Gallegos,
Tanya Martindale,
Darla Moyer Sims,
Heather Morin,
Karen Wentworth,
Terry Burnett,
Angela Potter,
Carrie White,
Elisa Diane Slater,
William Martin Thompson,
Robert Withers,
John Moran,
Tanya Leo,
Shauna Secord,
Matthew Kaufman,
Lori DeFrere,
Monica Ackley,
Connie Benu Latour,
Jeanette Bouchard,
Jacqueline Barden,
Lori Hazard,
Damkin Coe,
Erin Lena Kelly,
Katie Blackledge,
David A. English,
Sarah Carlson,
Adam Wills,
William Simpson,
Christopher Galen Haberman,
Kathleen Ray Redmond,
Rebecca Newman,
Robert Seeley,
Lorraine Yvonne Biggs,
Alicia Colmar,
Shelley Zolan,
Jean Bloom,
Maggie McDaniel,
Michelle Cahill,
Gwendolyn Walker,
Neil Walker,
Elizabeth Rickett,
Kenneth Havda,
Carrie Miles,
Reza Udin,
Michelle Pettibone,
Tak Chong Chan,
Reagan Seaman,
Jason Mitchell,
Grant Bloodgood,
Jeffrey Culp,
Jeffrey Roberts,
Sarah Peets,
Robert Shannon Farrell,
Jess Blankenship III,
Shannon Patterson,
James Upchurch,
Tiffany Marie Lovejoy,
Ryan Estep,
Len Sobo,
Hoi T. Tron,
Mary Jean Wright,
Kimberly Wen,
Cindy Madrigal,
Lisa Langley,
Carrie Arnold,
Christopher Conley,
Sarah Trathan,
Virginia Creco Spraker,
Koichi Murakami,
Jane Clear Bear,
Grant Morrison,
Anjanette Barbie,
Miho Mabuchi,
Paul Gill,
Sanai Yonemichi,
Linda Geron Mills,
Mary Beth St. John,
Janice Robertson,
Hua Wang,
Karen Kirkendall,
Melissa Ellis,
Robin Denise Mills,
Heather Kleinman,
Nancy Marie Hype,
Mika Yoshida,
Michelle Ritola,
Miyuki Nonoyama,
Bonnie Faye Jackman,
Carrie Lynn Barton Monty,
Shannon Borfair,
Heather Smith,
Kimberly Ching Wu,
Tracy Rosenboom,
Angelina Williams,
Megumi Ato,
Dana DeGrout,
Corey Bowler,
Kimberly Salisbury,
Paula Litinetsky,
Kim Walker,
Susan Case,
Lori Wilkinson,
Rie Takaki,
Krista McIntosh,
Janelle Jenkins,
C. Grant Law III,
Alex Sokol Blosser,
Ashwini Hoskote,
Sarah Carter,
Tricia Potratz,
Shelley Dodge,
Robert Schauger,
Zachary Myers,
Elise Cantonese,
Brian Beery,
William Saperna,
Steve Smith,
Ashley Fisher,
Kirk Ordway,
Nicholas Benjamin Rayner,
Press Ryle, Pyle,
Heidi Renee Kaywood,
Barbara Beth Miller,
Jennifer Westfall,
Aya Terashima,
Brian Jeffrey McCready,
Yuki Takahashi,
Rachel Webb,
Musaid Almagaran,
Ryan Winken,
Ryan M. Green,
Peter Wilhelm,
Steve Pulaski,
Baybak Bamanyar,
Michelle DiStefano,
Shannon Tatora,
Jim Gilbert,
Shannon Chadwell,
Damian Bushnell,
Dana James,
Michael Jackson,
Karen Doherty,
Ian Fowler,
Amir Arsanjani,
Derek Jevning,
Oziar Najim,
Jason Mills,
Vises Chim,
William McNabb,
Kristen Burke Galuska,
Eileen Seeley,
Sherry Hanna,
Shirley Medor,
Lisa Bennett,
Laurel Stubbs,
Mark Guerin,
Curtis Ricardo Escobar Reistat,
Brent James Manley,
Daniela Thompson,
Craig Davis,
Lynette Ski,
Lila Frazier,
Jennifer Jordan,
Jason Lohr,
Ray Baldwin,
Andrew William Osborne,
Patricia Garnish,
Anna Sito Wen,
Kirsten Shaw,
Jody Thurman,
Holly Cullum,
Maria Cristobal,
Shelley Harden,
Michelle Wetzel,
Jeffrey Wyron,
Evelyn Flowers,
Cheryl Royce,
Rose M. Murdoch,
Kara Baldwin,
Kimberly Mathieu,
Amy Page,
Amanda Tran,
Andrew Captor,
Phoebe Tieski,
McGregor Whale,
Lionel Clegg,
Jonathan Levy,
Felicity Quijano,
Ramsey Davidson,
Donovan Henderson II,
Brian Graham,
Heidi Piper Brannon,
Stacy Lynn Wright,
Monica Sully,
Tao Jean Fan,
Jennifer Willie Olson,
Lucia Allenson,
Heather Peer,
Christy Jesperson,
Jennifer Kemple,
Brenda Griffin,
Cynthia Toombs Wallace,
Alex Olivaria,
Laura Whalen,
Tom Matsumura,
Chris Richmond,
William Solowski,
Renee Cressa,
Victoria Marcella,
Susan Shea Bernards,
Gail Palma,
Jam Rengsi Wong,
Alan Tanaka,
Misayo Matsuda,
Nick Farouk Fazil,
Catherine Deckers,
Nasser Aldaran,
Lori Rockville,
Matthew Martini,
Amanda Breckbill,
Amy King,
Dinabari Price,
Stephanie Eliasson,
Sherry Jones,
Micah Scott,
Jason Schultz,
Kelly Springer,
Dan Korgaw,
Marie Warsolik,
Heather Linke,
Angela Johnson,
Sydney Boyk,
Tiffany Bird,
Business Administration, David Vikauskis,
Carly Pringle,
Mary Bailey,
Christina Livesay,
Jennifer Masick,
Scott Hayes,
Sheila Ann Finn Jones,
Sandra Kitzmiller,
Tracy Hasabe,
Mary Hernandez Forment,
Priya Sukumaran,
Paul Joseph Ronan,
Matthew Bailey,
Natasha Williams Cash,
Lei Leng Tong,
Brandon Coates,
Ian Wynn,
Jana Kendig,
Tracy Dow,
Adam McLean,
Amy Watkins,
James Dugan,
Tammy Richardson,
Tamara Coe,
Amy Taberge,
Stacy Meyer,
Amber Jones,
Christina Young,
Jonathan Williams,
Teresa Kane,
Myvar Enstrom,
Iris Cole Hayworth,
Deborah Jones,
Marianne Schultz,
Pamela Jo Svensson,
Heidi Schultz,
Marciana Igitol,
Amy Stanisic,
Vicky Sanchez,
Fred Shaw,
Francisco Marquez,
Touch Schley,
Natasha Jean Euler,
Wendy Cunnan Keesaw,
Tina Weber,
Eric Keesaw,
Jason Wolf,
Johanna Moeller,
Bernard Offley,
Joel Correo,
Michelle Mastranhulo,
Tracy Cook,
Lily Singharda,
Norman Williams,
Sonia Bhagwan,
Marina Cliff,
Iqbal Khan,
Nicole Ramsey,
Aaron Nelson,
Wendy Alexander,
Paula Andreessen St. James,
Lisa Crane,
Denise Beth Rosen,
Susan Adamski,
Michelle Rose,
Lorraine Lapix,
Tricia McGuire,
Constance Baker,
Linda Sue Sirlowski,
Aaron Robert Wharf,
Brian Garrison,
Jonas Suprayanta,
Karis Lucan,
Mary Moore,
Laura Pete,
Lori Stokes,
Faith Schifrin Chim,
Arena Wong,
Sally Hui,
Roy Chandra,
Fatiza Ismail,
Andre Gerard Veillette,
Raymond Chung,
Jill Clark,
Yin Tong,
James Beardample,
Kevin Ma,
John Binkson,
Timothy In,
Jennifer Mouse,
Alan So,
Melody Guy,
Tony Ma,
Lorianne Cowan,
Tiffany Ying Chung,
Shelley Huber,
Erica Fong Chin,
Annette Musal,
Antoine Doe,
Deborah Reynolds Ellis,
Tai Tron,
Rebecca Williamson,
Tan Tron,
Karen Keepers,
Lock Ho,
Gary Egan,
Juan Nichols,
Joe Schaefer,
Art Aguilar,
Mika Arikawa,
Cameron Anderson,
Joshin Yamada,
Andrea Trenner,
Kara Fowler,
Marty Kaur,
Lisa Foreman,
Heidi Kraus,
Sean Stanley,
Carolyn Peterson,
Tina Murray,
Susan Frasine,
Sasha Barbara Vaz,
Terry Ann Cruz,
Crystal Miyake,
Gregory Earl Butch,
Maria Anassis,
Kirsty Strandberg,
Michelle DeClue,
Kelly Palin,
Shiloh Summer,
Deborah Janikowski,
Carrie Schultz,
Joan Rancier,
Elizabeth Watson,
Craig White,
Stephanie Deneen,
Anas Al-Saleh,
Mekabeb Solomon,
Ahmad Al-Usaimi,
Roger Young,
Bader Al-Asuaimi,
Corey Ormandy,
Hakim Carrier,
Maria Concepcion Rodriguez,
Abraham Al-Musa,
Roseanne Marmer,
Aladin Al-Wad,
Joanne Weideman,
Tarek Bengalita,
Sarah Brode,
Hamad Al-Mansouri,
Cheryl Kadumi,
Hatem Al-Mahirbi,
Ji Eun Han,
Dagir Al-Murar,
Hee Hyun Kim,
Mohammed Al-Hajeri,
Zovinar Garzarian,
Regina Paul,
Diane Schaefer,
Teresa Tutko,
Linda Burmeister Davies,
Michael Hagos,
Anthony Monteverdi,
Tonya McCutcheon,
Sage Essick,
Douglas Marlowe,
Rowan Berthel,
Keith Burke,
Corinda Sprague,
Jeffrey Driscoll,
Collier Ellis,
Sean Fannin,
Danya Geigel,
Grant Blanchon,
Jackie Brown,
Michael Flores,
Jeannie McPherson,
Krista Elizabeth Meyer,
Joyce McBride,
George Eldon Gleason Brandt,
Sandy Cooper,
Crystal Phillipson,
Martha Perez,
Bobby Brosig,
Catherine Bentley,
Joel DeClark,
Catherine Elizabeth Gillespie Lowe,
Stephanie Cecil,
Toby Lugville,
Tiffany Hugierheim,
Dwayne Bollinger,
Christina Price,
Tavi Kanhalikam,
Kimberly Enkel,
Wendy Robinson,
Pauline Murray,
Phyllis Harris,
Michelle McWilliams,
Janelle Davis,
Marianne Alessi,
Barbara Jones,
Linda Richmond,
Deborah Abbott,
Mary Frances Allen,
Jennifer Christine Schwer,
Olga Karif,
Sarah Vanderkin,
Sherry Vanover,
Seema Gillette,
Kimberly Vanover,
Stephanie Kreitz,
George Ikonomu,
Teresa Comtu,
Patricia Dorton,
Angela Schultz,
Paul Henry,
Amy Jones,
Denise Tan,
Gilbert Prince,
Ann Wen,
Christopher Kunz,
Deanna Deem Vaughn,
Patrick Berg,
Tu Tran,
Glenn Matz,
Christina Eduardo Sariva,
Nicole DeVitis,
Elizabeth Gonzalez,
Christine Nevlin,
Trudy Elizabeth Anderson,
Tracy Estes,
Shelley Wood,
Mary Lee Neufeld,
Sherry Aguilar,
Don Aho,
Linda McIntyre,
Patricia McGuire,
Lonnie James,
Linda Anderson,
Susan Marie Jarmer,
John Westerman,
Marilee Buttry,
Sid Morton Canizaro,
Becky Ward,
Virginia Harris Scott,
Sarah Humphrey,
Teresa Valentine,
Michelle Chandler,
Leslie Week,
Wo Ali,
Donnie Haggard IV,
Yanli Al Atrosh,
Marla Day,
Gyaith Abu Khalil,
Trevor Lockwood,
Lisa Matar,
Danica Davis,
Reem Al Sadek,
Angela Albrecht,
Mazen Abu Al Haija,
Joelle Honstein,
Gerald Higginbottom,
Timothy McNanny,
Ali Panapur,
Sarah Jordan,
Jeremy Struhal,
Kelly Hunter,
Paul Manning,
Robert Burke,
Robert Kramer,
Amy Nelson,
Richard Galarno,
Jeff Bird,
Chris McElhinney,
Sonia Ray Simpson,
Wendy Marie Keith,
Cherie Davis,
Heather Marie Heindel,
Kara Parker,
Lubna Ezat Aga,
Emily Mickelson,
Jason Heineman,
Jay Fraser,
Kristen Shaneth Crook,
William Dinsmore,
Town Win,
Janelle Bertram, Byram,
Alyssa Faye Chen,
Saryantra Kali,
David J. Novitsky,
Maria Pace,
Ho Tran,
Ingrid Bergstrom,
Jason La,
Deborah Robertson,
Hazuki Noda,
Pamela Jensen,
Anna Sekoturova,
Allison Davis,
Howard Clay Hotchkiss,
Trudy Godet,
Sean Lee,
Michael Mitchell,
Cesare Simeon,
Bradley Fruit,
Kelly J. Worth,
Bernice Celino,
Jill Austin,
Chelsea Ryerson,
Trisha Islander,
Christina Rutledge,
Sean Kelly,
Wendy Dixon,
Jay Harwell,
Michelle Spreng,
Chris Richard,
Karen Stoner,
Ryan Fowler,
Tony Ann Rosati,
Bryce Harpole,
Jason Myers,
Douglas Lay,
Heather Gilbert,
Casa Teshom,
Matthew Britt,
Sherry Johnston,
Adrienne Watkins,
Rai Decato,
Christine Sessions,
Chang Fen,
Shannon Christian,
Ann Pei Soon,
Lydia Hales,
Lincoln Dirks,
Robert Peoples,
Bert Stoll,
Michael Gottlieb,
Russell Quigley,
Eric Runless,
Jamie Parent,
Anthony Victoria,
Heidi Olson,
Jennifer Reed,
Timothy Joseph Manzella,
Tommy Lawrence,
Lisa Mazzola,
Robert Savage,
Josephine Kusnadi,
Richard Mitchell,
Ari Paramitsari,
Charles Richard Brown,
Marlene Luenda,
Marcus Glass,
Felicia Arifin,
Stephen Coxon,
Safitra
John-
Samanjuntak,
John Schwab,
Brian Schmidt,
Dan Parker,
Ronaldo Bukit,
Tammy Elizabeth Johnson Waterworth,
Christianis Cartadinata,
Kara Jean Carden,
Tejasukma Kasim,
Christian Lewison,
Hanny Liss,
Michelle Souls,
Wei Wu,
Matt LeBlanc,
Yo Utsumi,
Laura Walker,
Jody Lawson,
Shelley Waverly,
Arnie Johnson,
Blake Korn,
Jenny Woods,
Lakshmi Susan Anderson,
Timothy Wetzler,
Carol Van Nostren,
Brian Burke,
Brandon Taylor,
Patrick Franks,
Ryan Price,
Sam Ing,
Charles Holloway Jr.,
James Christensen,
Adam Nichols,
Charles Thomas,
Kurt Woolner,
Dean Lloyd,
Sisavanmi Inpeng,
Paul Guffey,
Pauline Hua,
Radwan Akrush,
Havan Huang,
Greg Zerka,
Tracy Voss,
Rebecca Tangwell,
Rachel Duvac,
Amor Villagas,
Teresa Willett,
Jennifer Porter,
Lisa Hawash,
Lorraine Osborne,
Cynthia Young,
Paul Struck,
Shizuku Minami,
Susan Holmes,
Gretchen Tanya Beretta,
Misty Cavanaro,
Lawrence Garcia,
Gregory Webster,
Jessica Santa Cruz,
Carrie McHale,
Carletta Ryerson,
Trang Teresa Tran,
Pascal Leon,
Eric Reese,
Noe Lumbreras,
Brent Buell,
Jose Rafael Solis,
Darren Danicas,
Leonardo Gaston Cusano,
Ronald Scott Bright,
Marco Espinosa Garcia,
Anthony Serio,
Jennifer Mather,
Michelle K. Bailey,
Kirsten Peterson,
Sarah Lynn Myers,
Scott Patrick Baker,
Sonia Fraunfelder,
Becky Lowry,
Jennifer McKittrick,
Kimberly Estes,
Daniel Leischner,
Sharon Fitzpatrick,
Daniel Odell,
Pauline Schmeek,
Jeremy Erasmuth,
Georgia Temi,
Corey John Stevens,
Nichols,
Charles Thomas,
Kurt Woolner,
Dean Lloyd,
Sisavan Mi Inpeng,
Paul Guffey,
Pauline Hua,
Radwan Akrush,
Havan Huang,
Greg Zerka,
Tracy Voss,
Rebecca Tangwell,
Rachel Duvac,
Amor Villegas,
Teresa Willett,
Jennifer Porter,
Lisa Hawash,
Lorraine Osborne,
Cynthia Young,
Paul Struck,
Shizuku Minami,
Susan Holmes,
Gretchen Tanya Beretta,
Misty Cavanaro,
Lawrence Garcia,
Gregory Webster,
Jessica Santa Cruz,
Carrie McHale,
Carletta Ryerson,
Trang Teresa Tran,
Pascal Leon,
Eric Reese,
Noe Lumbreras,
Brent Buell,
Jose Rafael Solis,
Darren Danicas,
Leonardo Gaston Cusano,
Ronald Scott Bright,
Marco Espinosa Garcia,
Anthony Serio,
Jennifer Mather,
Michelle K. Bailey,
Kirsten Peterson,
Sarah Lynn Myers,
Scott Patrick Baker,
Sonia Fraunfelder,
Becky Lowry,
Jennifer McKittrick,
Kimberly Estes,
Daniel Leischner,
Sharon Fitzpatrick,
Daniel Odell,
Pauline Schmeek,
Jeremy Erasmuth,
Georgia Temi,
Corey John Stevens,
Dylan Selvin Anthony Silva,
Craig Sturgis Kensell,
Jeffrey Honeycutt,
Sean Schumar,
Teresa Marie Williams,
Heather Garcia,
Andrea Hager,
Janine Shaw,
Cherie Ward,
Jeffrey Michael Musgrove,
Janelle Ward,
Michael Fletcher,
Leanne Furukawa,
Dustin Van Duzer,
Rosabelle Santella,
Sargon Yadigar,
Adam Reese,
Noe Garcia,
Neil Fendel,
David Reardon,
Jeffrey Range,
Melissa Harrison,
Matthew Dory,
Leanne Luttrell,
Donnie Marbett,
Julie McAdams,
Shonda Newson,
Denise Sisk,
Graham Shetzley,
Jarrett Yakel,
Darren Case,
Jason Liebel,
Jessica Trippett,
Jennifer Pasmore,
Robin Sessoms,
Donna Sayer,
Chris Carey,
Taka Kajiyama,
Lori Lahota,
Setsang Song,
Barbara Christensen,
Mark Rose,
Dory Brattain,
Paul Noble,
Scott Newman,
Jennifer Lynn Lowe,
Jan Armstrong,
Ian Marble,
Kyle Cedric Allen,
Lisa A. Fisher,
Teresa Mervin,
Ahmad Al-Amin,
Yamina Caldwell,
Shalonda Brown,
Kimberly Smith,
Beverly Ball,
Aaron O'Reilly,
Hassan Bader,
Jennifer Irwin,
Seville Ozkan,
Scott Heathman,
Assad El Aryani,
Kelly Lystritz,
Torden Wall,
Shannon Galloway,
Darren Anderson,
Ian Rubin,
Tamara Gilliam,
Laureen Lavoie,
Winnie Kane,
Jessica Dowdy,
Helen Hitt,
James Boozer,
Yi Hua Jun,
Jennifer Delvin,
Yuping Zhang,
John Longoria,
Kazuko Okamoto,
Maureen Stewart Mooney,
Jonathan Adam Levitt,
Tammy Wilson,
James Francis Condon,
Jennifer Bickett,
Joyce Creaser,
Jill Stinnett Anderson,
Marcella Babatunde,
Rika Ichine,
Alice Lee,
Keith Wilson,
Daniel Kwok,
Kwame Anthony Wade,
Andrea Lee,
Amy Monique Coffey,
Lynette Wen,
John Mitchell Babb,
Denise Wen,
William M. Skinner III,
Bick Tron,
Jeffrey Dorn,
Eldora Tron,
Mark Benson,
Wang Wen Ko,
Karina Lee,
Hang Duong,
Stephen Rathmorgan,
Diem Hong Wen,
Cindy Palmer,
Sujin Lee,
Tam Marino,
Kim Vu,
John Michael Monroe,
Hua Vu,
Carolee Hutchinson,
Benny Tran,
Angela Elizabeth Edgington,
Din Mei,
Michelle Palacios,
Fang Wen,
Ginny Rice,
Michael Lee,
Angela White,
Seth Chamberlain,
Stacy Ogden,
Brian Johnson,
Shelley Moraru,
Christiana Childs,
Brooke Mowry,
Amanda Cornell,
Stephanie Jones,
Janine Kunkel,
Dawn Weeks,
Stacy Garrett,
Cheryl Stuyvesant Farrens,
Kristen Wells,
Tara Stoll,
Jason Graff,
Sally Byrne,
Chung M. Tom,
Lori Graham,
Colin Curley,
Tanya Parrott,
Robert Boyk,
David Villali,
Don Na Jones,
Daniel Gallo,
Rhonda Warnock Onsbro,
Paul Locke,
Tao Ho,
James Taylor,
Huey Din,
Dylan Tegarden,
Sung Shin Chun,
Scott Polinsky,
Masao Yasaku,
Leah Faring Brun,
Shinji Mineyama,
Jonathan Andrasco Bourgeois,
Court W. McAllister,
Timothy Slingen, Miriam Blom, Mary Catherine Howell,
Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, Computer Science, Electrical Engineering, Mechanical Engineering,
Marilee Green Riley,
Karen Milliken,
Dawn Marie Cowan,
Kristen Carlson,
Charles Patrick Foster,
Mary Torres,
Mark Striplin,
Kristen Sandwick,
Kelly Joanne Peterson,
Olga Weinstein,
Ronald Baraf,
Daniel Calvin Stratton,
Catherine Lepari,
Michael Jastad,
Tamara Mann,
Maj Nasiri,
Tananan Somanan,
Scott Jess,
Mason Tom,
Micah Skilling,
Yu Lin,
John Miller,
Betty Petobi,
Lisa Mikwanya,
Jade Halambang,
Lin Zhu,
Dottie Petobi,
Dimitri Galcedo,
Jungha Park,
Thomas Reynolds,
Neil Merrick,
Thomas G. Meese,
Christian Wilford,
Dave Betneski,
Emily George,
Avinash Chakravarti,
Scott Dillinger,
Andy Q. Maris,
Jeff Gores,
Yoon Wen,
Rebecca Louise Nesbitt,
Koi Lee,
Rachel Bartold,
Min Tron,
Jeffrey Bright,
Tan Von Tron,
Sherry O'Hara,
Stan Green,
Samantha Jacobs,
Thomas Teutsch,
James Mueller,
Dao Huang,
Nicole Morris,
Han Mi Wen,
Pamela Young,
Lan An Huan,
David Reed,
Harry Tufik,
Janice May Olchin,
Asim Sadiq,
Mary Lee Harris,
Joseph Mullet,
Stephen Stetson,
Edward Drescher,
College of Urban and Public Affairs, Charles Mitchell,
Valentine Power,
Maria Antoinette McNack,
Clint Hutzenbeiler,
Bobby Lynn Carter,
Kirk Altoff,
Susanna Larkham,
Luke Sosi,
Batson Amara Cargbo,
Gerard J.D. Galeras II.
Guy Lim,
Accepting a posthumous diploma for Gerard is his mother, Charito P. Gallaras. Mrs. Gallaras wishes to thank all the people who worked with Gerard at Portland State, and she wishes Gerard peace in his heavenly home.
John Paul Gibson,
Hamid Zarif Kitabi,
James Quinto,
John So,
Timothy Davis,
Mark Whit Lee,
Don Teft Jr.,
David Bufel,
Scott Miller,
Danny Wilhelmi,
John Pemberton,
Tony Hunt,
Alexander Schoening,
Doug Crombie,
Scott Burke,
Brian Allen Frederick,
Sultan al-Rashid,
Ryan Gessler,
Mansu al-Asaf,
Asina Ali,
Robin Michelle Harris,
Philip Kalinan,
Stephanie Denise Clay,
Trent Warwick,
Rika Strong,
Michael Kilger,
Victoria Grace Reiner,
Ronald Heil,
Kelly Stanway,
Jeannie Lewis,
Amanda Hossek,
Dean Marlowe,
Tim Fontenot,
Alan Hayes,
Tammy Cox,
David Folks,
Lori Elliott,
Eric Forsyth,
Bobby Joe Williams,
Eric Peterson,
Bandar Al-Harbi,
Darla Holmberg,
Chad Nogel,
Robin Grigsby Washington,
John Fichter,
Kelly Reed,
Elizabeth Ann Caston,
Todd Zack, Aaron Leon,
Bonnie Anderson,
Scott Neiseth,
Stephanie Seal,
Jason Stanek,
Aaron Task,
Jared Winnan,
Daniel Wendell,
David Starkle,
Lisa Ray,
Jeffrey Howard,
Corey Spriggs,
Dwayne Weston,
Kenna Johnson,
James Rawlinson,
Shannon Seibert,
Brian Thornton,
Betty Few,
Bao Wen,
Jamie Denning,
Bao Tu Ho,
Michelle Connell,
Kevin Pham,
Aaron Sue McDonald,
Husam Ibrahim Basha,
Amy Cossack,
Mazen Saridin,
Kimberly Bunnell,
Ahmad Saridin,
Yvonne Maria Rua King,
Ali Reza Tajali,
Christy Lopaka,
Matthew Peace,
Demetria Corvallis,
Richard Gerard,
Angela Wautier,
Jeffrey Potts,
Gloria J. Sudarna,
Corey Moda.
We have an emergency up front with Dr. D. Brown. Please come up front. Dr. D. Brown from Public Administration, please come up to the podium.
Dana Oberg,
Bradley Huard,
Carly Sandell,
Jessica Raleigh,
Sheila Backman,
Amalia Manawis,
Anna Phyllis,
Noan Wynn,
Sarah Hinkledy,
Robert Hatfield,
Kirsten Sweeney,
Brooke Harrison,
Peter Agaby,
Steve Adams,
Darcy Baggerly,
Brian McMahon,
Kimberly Danielle Hartung,
Richard Turner,
Jennifer Graham,
Dominic Weber,
Brandy Zeckman,
Jason Salin,
Danny Cervantes,
Matthew Chase,
Noel Pohl,
Christine Edwards,
Jessica Moore,
Monique D. King,
Deanna Richardson,
Manko Sitamet,
Andrea McPhail,
Robert Deline,
Sarah Hauk,
Hue Wen,
May I repeat, will Dr. D. Brown please come forward? Dr. D. Brown, please come to the podium. Thank you.
Kimberly Christian, Julianne Winder, Conan Doherty, would Dr. D. Brown please come up to the podium as quickly as possible? Thank you. Vanessa DeVries, Donna Timms, Sheila Muckridge, Aaron Saunders, Jonna Sauter, Denise Nasuda, Carrie Kennedy, Garrett Gutmiller, Christopher William Joseph Gaffney, Roger Wallace, Julie Edwards, Jessica Randolph, Courtney Chase, Jamie Schaub, Jeffrey Leake, Brent Canode, Tiffany Gibbs, Heather Costin, Melina Fulbright, Alan Stevens, Derek Kitts, Michelle Culkins, Brooke Hovey, Michelle Martin, Shelley Kibble, Jennifer Blunt, Nicholas Gunderson, Matthew Ward, Mark R. Scott, degree recipients from the School of Fine and Performing Arts, Genevieve Scholl, Jill Groves, Harry Weber, Heather Keener, Krista Barton, Darren Lewis, Shauna Moyer, Jennifer Myers, Daria Fine, Carrie Vanessa McQuaid, Matthew Nelson, John Brandell, Scott Patterson, Lisa Sloop, Jack Resendez, Robert Hager, Brian Skeen, Farouz Farah, Vicky Kouris, Daniel Garland, Noriko Tatsuke, Jeffrey James Hood, Stephanie Lewis, Bradley Joseph Coons, Matthew Lawton, Amy Wyzorek, Christy Thompson, Jennifer Reese, Mackie Hill, Ryan Brennan, Geneva Johnson, Monica Martinez, Fatih Al-Saddah, Sai Satwa Juan, Aisha Hughes, Heidi Davison, Alice Ijama, Annie Normando, Connie Sirkinen, Lori Noel Moss, Marisa Vecchio, Noel Sander, Daniel Norton, Trista Johnston, Shauna Neustel, Holly K. Sullivan, Jamie Holcomb, Tanya Susan Routzis, Catherine Thornton, Harry Park, Gary S. Krumholz,
Please now join in wishing and congratulating all the degree recipients in the class of 1997. I also would ask all of you who are graduates to also give a hand to your friends and family members who've supported you in the achievement of your academic goals. With your graduation now complete, you move from being students at Portland State to alumni. We will never lose touch with you. We want you to keep in touch with us. And again, congratulations for all of your accomplishments. One last word. President Rameli, you are to take the chair you are sitting in as a gift from the university community. Thank you all.